Welcome back to another video. Before I get into this video, I want to say that I have a group that is 100% free to join right now on Discord, where I talk about all of the same subjects that I'm going to be talking about in this video. And I have other people in that group that are on the same path as all of us, who are interested in entrepreneurship, SEO, and business as a whole in general. So join the group. There's only 20 spots left to join for free. And if you don't join it, then you might lose your spot, and then eventually it's going to be only paid to get in. So here's the top 6 mistakes that I see people make. Number 1, there's a lack of focus on audience insights to extract knowledge and to know who they're speaking to. A lot of the times the way that SEOs do audience research is they look at the search engine results pages, and they say to themselves, they look at all of the results. And after they look at all the results, they say, well, because Google is showing this is what the user wants. And in many cases, that is true, but at the same time, it doesn't allow you to go as in depth on an article as you might need to go in order to truly satisfy the intent. So a lot of SEO is just copy and paste and regurgitating the same thing, and I understand it because that's how the algorithm works. If you want to rank, you have to basically do what's already working, and that's what people have discovered and found out. But this means that the understanding of the audience is extremely lacking, right? And if you want to know how to do audience research, I can show you how to do audience research if you join the Discord group. The second thing that people get wrong with SEO is that they usually have terrible copy. And the reason why they have terrible copy is it really connects the dots to the first thing, which was because of the fact that they don't know how to write copy that aligns with the end user, because they don't even understand who the end user is in its depth, right? But also a lot of the times when they write copy, it's never focused on trying to position the company that they're writing the copy for in the best way possible to get the sale. It's usually extremely generic. For example, I was doing an audit of a client the other day. It was a law firm, and they had from me talking to them, they had all of these interesting cases about, in the personal injury space that they won. And there was no reference of that on their pages at all. So when you went to their pages, you would see, this is why you should work with an attorney. Here's the things that you should consider if you're considering working with an attorney. How to select a good attorney, like all of this generic content. But there was nothing, and when they would elaborate on, like after those headlines in each paragraph, it would just be super generic content. But it wouldn't be like, hey, in the last year we've been able to win over 100 cases just like yours. And here are the names of them, and here are the specific injuries that we defended that we won. Here are the injury cases that we won, right? Like there was nothing that was specific about it. And so the less specific, the more general, the harder it is to convince people, because it doesn't seem like you're talking from actual experience. It seems like you're just talking from something that you referenced, something that you didn't really know, right? So like, the thing is that the more specific you are, the more competent you look. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, you don't have to make things complicated. You just have to be specific. That's it. That's the number 2 reason why, or number 2 biggest mistake that I see people make in SEO. The third one is lack of true keyword qualification. This is not the old days where you just type a keyword in on SEMrush and then you see all of these keywords and you just pick whatever one has the most search volume, right? And also simultaneously, it's also not the days of just typing a keyword on SEMrush and then looking at KD and saying, well, this is the lowest KD, so I'm going to go after this one. There has to be a layer deeper, and everyone who doesn't understand this is going to totally fuck up their chances of success in general, right? So you have to now look at keywords, and the way that you qualify them is you also have to take them and put them in Google, which is what you should have been doing before anyways. But now the whole reason why you have to do this is because you have to see what is the competition overall. Is there AI overviews for this? Is what does a SERP look like? Is this the proper thing that you should even be going after, right? The other day I was looking for a keyword. I forgot what the keyword was. It wasn't even like I was looking for a keyword. It was just I was searching for something that I wanted to learn about, and it was like an informational query from my perspective. But on Google, they showed me a whole bunch of e-commerce results. So like, if I was trying to target that query for a client, even though like I was just doing a specific search, if I was trying to target that query for a client, it would have been a waste of time because only e-commerce websites will be able to rank for that, right? So you have to do way more keyword qualification, honestly. It takes way more time now. You have to like go through the keywords, figure out what the KD is. I mean, KD doesn't even really matter as you get more seasoned. You just start to realize what you can or can't rank for. And then you have other things that you should look at in tandem with the KD. Like, of all the websites that are ranking, what percentage of them have little backlinks, right? Of all the pages ranking, of all the pages ranking for that specific query, you know, what percentage of them have lots of content, so on and so forth, right? Internal links, whatever. Like, there's different things that you can look at to measure this, but ultimately, like, you have to look at this stuff, and people ignore this. And I don't think they do it on purpose. I just think that people don't realize where we're at with SEO right now. Oh man, this is a big one. So number 4 mistake that people make when it comes to SEO is that the reliance and the heavy focus on Google. Like, there's so many ways to get traffic right now, right? You can't romanticize over Google, okay? Like, you can get traffic from Google. You can get traffic from TikTok. You can get traffic from YouTube. There are so many ways to get traffic. And I understand that the reason why people romanticize over Google is because it's a service that they get paid for from their clients. Because ultimately, if a client is recording a YouTube video, they're the ones doing the work, right? But you can still charge your clients for YouTube. Like, you just charge them to script their videos. And you just charge them to, and maybe like, okay, let's say they're in a super technical subject or whatever. Well, you still charge them for keyword research because they still need keyword research for the videos anyways. If they just record a video with no targeting, it's going to flop, right? At the end of the day. So there's other ways to figure out how you can make money off of it. And at the end of the day, like, that's what you should be prioritizing, right? So yeah, to stop focusing only on Google. The next thing is, this is another big one. People focus on capturing traffic, but they don't focus on turning that traffic into leads by any means necessary. Listen, it's no longer enough to just get traffic. This is why you have to really get good at understanding how to get people into your back-end ecosystem. Your back-end ecosystem meaning the newsletter that you have or the community that you have. And I think that this is important for all businesses, even law firms, right? Like, at the end of the day, even though like that's a quick thing that people want immediately, you still have to figure out a way. Maybe in this scenario, you don't give them a newsletter to sign up for, because at the end of the day, they don't need that. It's not helpful to them. But a consultation call that they schedule on your calendar, right? It's still different though, because some specific law firms don't get paid, for consultations, because they get paid after they represent the client. So it's very nuanced. But the moral of the story is, in this ecosystem, owning your traffic is the most important thing that you could possibly do. So you shouldn't only be focused on getting traffic. You should be focused on turning traffic into leads, right? And having not upsells, but having lead magnets or some psychological thing that makes them want to join your ecosystem. That's a huge mistake that people make. And then another issue that people have is not networking with other people who can provide them with links. So the thing is that obviously we all know that backlinks are very important. I think they're becoming increasingly more important now, more than ever, because of the fact that my dog is like trying to get in the video. Come on, move. The reason why they're more important is because of the fact that, come on, you made me lose my train of thought, buddy. The reason why is because of sorry about this, guys. I'm not going to edit this out. You're going to see this disaster in real time. They're more important because obviously the more links you get on a web page, the more it signals to Google who you are and provides Google with a lot of context. But at the same time, it's a waste of time to focus on any type of link building strategy in general, because of the fact that, all right, let's just move this out of the way. It's a complete waste of time to focus on any strategy that has to do with link building, because yo, Roman, you fucking up my video, bro. Because all right, it's a waste of time. Just don't waste your time with link building. It takes a lot of time. It forces you to do a whole bunch of outreach that you may never get a response to. If you build networks with people in favorable positions that can help you get links when you publish your things, that's a much better use of your time. So focus on networking with people in your industry that are going to be beneficial to you in that regard. Thanks if you made it all the way to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.